Greetings, this is Dara. I'm a gender therapist in Colorado, and today's vlog is going to be about something I saw being passed around on Facebook. I think it came across as a meme. You know how those kind of things can be very catchy, and so I really liked this one that I saw and wanted to share it with you. What I feel like it does is it gives you maybe a different perspective as a way to think about the question as to whether or not you might be trans or transgender. So here's what the quote said. I wrote it down because I'm not good at memorizing things. Okay, here's what it says. Maybe the journey isn't so much about becoming anything. Maybe it's about unbecoming everything that isn't really you, so you can be who you were meant to be in the first place. And it's an anonymous quote, so I think we're not sure where that originally came from. But anyway, what I really like about the way this frames it is that oftentimes when someone is either trying to figure out things about their gender identity, or maybe they've even begun the transition process, there can be a focus on what you're trying to get to, what your goals are going to be, who are you going to be later in the future. That can be really overwhelming, it can be confusing, it can be scary. And so when you think about it this way, what it means is that basically you already are who you are right now inside of you. Like, picture it, I don't know, like it's like a sunshine or something like that. It's already inside of you. What's happened over the years is there's been a buildup of things you've learned from other people and from society about what does gender mean, what does this mean, what does that mean, and you're taught all these things, and it kind of builds up inside of you. And it actually, like, almost picture it like it's this barrier. It's like tar or dirt. A big pile of it is blocking that sunshine inside of you, which is the real you. And so what you're doing is you're trying to get back to what's already inside of you. You're moving that dirt out of the way, because when you get that stuff out of the way, it just reveals what's already there. It's like it just comes up, and it's been there all along. You just get to then finally experience that. So, you know, there's different ways you can work on trying to get that stuff out of the way. So that would have to do with reevaluating what is it you've been taught, what is it that you've been learning about all your life about gender and things like that, and how much of it is true, how much is not true, how much of your own beliefs that you have about yourself as a person, whether are you a person who's worthy and somebody who is deserving of happiness and good things happening to you. Some of you may have been taught that throughout your life, that maybe that's not true. When it comes down to it, of course you are deserving of it. And so you have to keep going through, moving all that crud out of the way so that it can just finally reveal what's already there. I have a client who, as a fan of Doctor Who show, said that instead of calling it a transition that they're going through, they call it a regeneration, because to them that sounded more like they already are who they are. It's just going to take a little bit of time and work to get that person who they really are to shine through. You know, like I said, clearing out the muck and the mud of who you're not. So think about, who is it that you are not? What is it that doesn't fit you? What is it that does not feel right? And therefore, by the time you do that for a while, it'll reveal who it is that you are, what it is that does feel right. It'll just be there. So yeah, so anyway, that's what I thought I would share with you today. I want to mention that I am working really hard on getting my book finished, which, if you haven't heard about it yet, it is called You and Your Gender Identity, A Guide to Discovery. So I'll put a link in the notes for you to be able to sign up for my newsletter, and that way you can be informed about when it is that it's coming out. Right now I'm shooting for April of 2016. So anyway, peace. Talk to you later.